Hey guys, Custom Mod here. I was just looking at my previous video that I uploaded. I realized I missed a nice little bunch here of commands that I really wanted to explain. I feel like they're very important, so I'm just going to go over those now. These are the ones I'm talking about: view recoil tracking and pretty much up to here. So all of these. This one right here is basically going to make your recoil, the recoil of your gun, it's going to make it follow the bullets. So this is what that would look like, and that's following the full recoil, that's following every bullet, whereas normally it would be at 0.45, which is going to stop after a certain point. It's going to kind of like, you see how it stays like right around here, even though the bullets continue to go up here. Now what that's going to do for you, putting that to 1, is basically you can learn how to fight the recoil a lot better like this. Because now I can just shoot in the middle and just practice pulling down, and since the gun is going to go where the bullets would normally go, I'm actually fighting every bullet. I'm not fighting like this temperamental recoil that, you know, stops like somewhere around here even though the bullets go all the way up here. It's following every bullet now, so now I'm pretty much managing the recoil. So it only works in private games. Alright guys, the next thing that we're going to be looking at is cast ray. So pretty much what cast ray is going to do for you, let's go ahead and set that keybind up now. It's going to allow you to aim at a certain area, and then you would press the keybind and it draws a line for you, so you can pretty much see this from different angles and kind of just be able to take a look at your view, where it's landing and whatnot. Cast hole is going to be very similar, but it's a little weird. I'm not too sure its exact purpose, but very similar. And the only thing I can really say, like anything worth noting, is this one seems a little bit harder to use because due to its size. You see how this one, like, I aimed at a good spot, but I didn't give it enough clearance, so it didn't even pass this part. It hit the bottom. That's pretty much what those are. If you're going to use either of those, I would suggest to use cast ray. It just seems like the more useful one. I'm not too sure what cast hole is used for. SMN, this is just for people who surf on Kitsune. This is to avoid having to type !end. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's pretty much just a surfing map. So draw clip brushes set to 1. This is going to allow you to see through walls in a sense. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Pretty much draws an outline on a lot of different objects in the map. This can be useful if you're just trying to, you know, have a consistency. Like right now, those red marks that you see on the map, and sorry, I know this is really messing up my capture of the video, but if you see these red lines over here, these are the doors. And by the way, this drops your FPS by a lot. Now I can still see those doors, so even though I can't actually see them, I know where their outline is, and that can help me to practice my aim or to figure out when I should peek, like how far to peek, because I know that red line is right there, so I know I only have to peek a little bit to actually see the door now. It could help you in training. Let's go ahead and take that back off and move forward. The next command that we want to take a look at is fullupdown. Oh, and then I'll show you noParticles. So fullupdown is just, that's an alias that I made, and pretty much what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow you to look directly up and directly down, whereas before you would have been limited to maybe like having to look over here. Now you can actually look directly down. And if you do set those values to a little bit higher, let me go ahead and show you what happens then. So if you were to set these to, let's say, 900 and 900, which is just setting the pitch up and pitch down to 900, you can actually do some front flips. Yeah, you can check the maps, check them out upside down, in case you want to get to know these maps on that sort of level. Like, yeah, I know these maps up and down or something, I don't know. But yeah, if you can find use for it, there it is. Let's keep moving. Oh, I forgot to turn my capture off for that one. Sorry about that. Anyways, the next one we're gonna look at, draw particle 0. This one, this one's really good if you're practicing like smokes or something like that. And let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. No particles. So you throw a smoke, and there is no particles for that smoke, and the same goes for grenades. But if you do get into the radius of that smoke, you will see the smoke. But now you can spam, you know, smokes and not have to worry about lagging or not seeing the smoke or something like that. And let's keep moving. What's the next one? Alright, so this area right here, pretty much what it's gonna do, I'm not gonna show you guys an example of this one, but I tried it as of today. It's still working. A very good command. Pretty much what it's gonna do is anytime that you die in a competitive match, or in general, I've only tried it in competitive, so I'm assuming it'll work everywhere, but let's say competitive. So in competitive, it'll show you how much damage you did to who. So if you did damage to 3 players, it's gonna say how much damage you did to them on your screen. So you're not gonna have to open your console. You're not gonna have to do anything. It's just gonna pop up on the top left hand side of your screen and say, these are the people you damaged. This is how much damage you did to them. That's pretty much it. It's very straightforward. The way to use it, just leave it inside of your autoexec file, and that's pretty much it. Hoping that I didn't miss out on too many more of these. I already explained this in the annotations, but this command, what it does is whenever you're walking, whenever you're holding shift, it basically increases your volume so that you can hear more. You see how it's lower now? And then when I hold shift, it's louder. So the point of that is if you want to shift walk and you want to be able to hear like enemy footsteps or something like that, that's a good key for that. Sorry that I missed these in the main video. You can go back to that video now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's another video on my channel. It's basically just about autoexec files. And I'll keep making videos in regards to this if I find any stuff worth making videos about. Sorry that these videos are kind of long, and I hope you guys learned something or these helped you in some kind of way. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, comment. Really do appreciate it. Thanks, guys.